You want history? Listen well. I did not inherit power. I learned it, like a language you pick up in the streets. In the hills above Medellín, men dreamed with empty pockets. I gave those dreams a road. First, it was cigarettes, radios, a car that wasn't ours. Then someone whispered a new word, cocaína. It was light, it was gold, and it flew better than any man. Pilots with nerves of steel, ranches with runways cut into the jungle, friends in customs who suddenly had new shoes. America pretended to be pure, but its knights were hungry. Every gram that crossed the sea taught me a lesson. Borders are just lines men agree to believe in. Power is not magic. It is logistics. Leaves from the Andes become paste in the valleys, powder in rooms where no one asks questions. From jungle strips to coastal boats, from boats to planes, from planes to living rooms with mirrored tables. I paid everyone who could say yes and terrified anyone who might say no. I built roots like veins in a body, and the money flowed like blood. When others sold a product, I sold certainty. Delivery on time, loyalty without hesitation, and the most dangerous promise of all, protection. Kings are crowned in palaces. I was crowned in warehouses that smelled of gasoline and bleach. They called me a criminal. The people called me Patron. When the state forgot the poor, I remembered them. Football fields, houses, food for children with hollow eyes. These are not sins. They are investments. Fear makes men obey, but generosity makes them defend you. A politician will sell his soul. A mother will give you her blessing. I tried the clean road once, smiled for the cameras, shook hands that smelled of soft soap and lies. But politics is just business with worse suits. They wanted my money and my head at the same time. I chose to keep both. The state declared war on me, so I gave it a war it would remember. Do not mistake me for a saint, I am a mirror. They taught me violence first, I just learned to speak it fluently. Search teams kicked down doors. Judges hid behind glass. Every action has a price tag, and in those days death was cheaper than silence. They said I terrorized a nation. Perhaps. But history will tell you this. Where the law is weak, the marketplace writes the rules. I wrote them with smoke and concrete. You cannot hold an empire with charm alone. You hold it with information. Who talks to whom? Who owes? Who is scared? Who thinks he is brave? I knew the streets like a priest knows confession. My men were loyal because I was predictable. Reward without delay, punishment without appeal. Every neighborhood had a keeper. Every keeper knew the price of treachery. Some empires use courts and prisons. I use schedules and fear. Call me a monster if it helps you sleep. I preferred efficient. Across the water, they wore badges and righteousness. They believed the world could be fixed with paperwork and agents in clean boots. I respected them more than my own politicians. At least they knew the game. But they never understood the demand. You cannot stop a river by shooting the fish. For every lab destroyed, 2 more rose in the fog. For every door they kicked, another opened with a smile in an envelope. They hunted me like a legend. Legends are convenient until they begin to bleed. Empires don't fall in a day. They rot from the inside. A whisper here, a missed payment there. A friend looks away when your name is spoken. A cousin keeps his phone off. You start counting the men you trust on one hand, and then you check which hand. I saw fear migrate from the streets into my own dining room. Money solves many things. It cannot buy back time or certainty. Loyalty, like powder, dilutes every time it changes hands. When the hunt becomes the story, the hunter owns the ending. They brought soldiers, neighbors, even ghosts with old grudges. I learned to sleep light, to speak softer, to trust the sound of my own breath. The higher you climb, the more the wind exposes you. Men I fed began feeding rumors. A kingdom is not walls and guns. It is the belief that tomorrow you still rule. The day you doubt that, you are already falling. Every life sends a bill. Mine arrived with interest. Count the bodies, the mothers, the sons who learned to whisper instead of sing. Count the judges with armed escorts, the cops who never took off their boots, the families who moved because the night had a name. I built schools and houses. I also built fear. Both are real. Both are mine. If you want a simple story, look elsewhere. History is not a sermon. It is a balance sheet. And now you are here asking for the truth. The truth is that I was not a man, I was a circumstance. Born of hunger, multiplied by appetite, exported by desire. They killed the man, they failed to kill the lesson. You can outlaw a substance, arrest 1,000 sellers, write new speeches with old words. But as long as demand breathes, supply will find a pulse. Remember this if you want history and not fables. Power is taken, not given. Fear is rented, not owned. And every empire, mine, yours, theirs, ends the same way. With a whisper, a ledger, and a door that does not open.